Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Alyssa Roxy, and as you can tell by the title, today we're doing my light glowy makeup routine. I honestly don't know if that video is going to be out before this video, so just in case it's not, I'm not going to say that video. But I did some of this makeup routine in this video. We'll just put it up here for now, just in case it's out before this one. I'm basically going to be going through that makeup look today, but with you guys step by step. I feel like it's a really good light base to where you're not feeling like you have a bunch of makeup caked on a hot summer day. It's also really quick and easy. It's good for everyone, especially people who struggle with time management like myself. For the first part of the routine, I go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, kind of just where there's going to be makeup on my face. I don't put this all over my face because it's not necessary and it's a waste of product. I feel like I have a lot to tell you guys, I just don't know where to start. Okay, first things first though, I'm basically going over my cheekbones, under my eyes, and where like my contour, bronzer, all of that stuff is gonna be, just with a really light layer of the primer, and I'm gonna do that on both sides of my face. Oh, I have an update for you guys. So I broke my bathroom window, like I completely shattered it. It lets all the heat in and it lets all the cold in, and my room is never like a consistent, comfortable temperature, which is kind of annoying. For my smile lines and my under eyes, I go in with the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer. I saw this girl on TikTok say that if you put this in your smile lines, you will not crease there, and I wouldn't say I don't crease at all, but it's a very faint crease. Like when I do finally start to crease, you almost can't even tell. So I definitely say it works, and it's become like part of my makeup routine to where I do it every time I do my makeup. The only thing is that this specific eye primer is very, very thick. So you have to be like very careful with how much you put on and make sure it's a light layer. If you don't, it's not gonna really blend out how you want it to blend, and it might come out a little bit patchy. But yeah, so I've been going on dates again, and ever since I have, I don't know, it just feels weird because I'm not really like going into it with any expectations. Like I'm not trying to find my next relationship out of it. I'm just kind of, you know, I'm a 20-year-old girl. I want to have fun. Who the fuck is texting me? But it feels weird just because like, I don't know if it's just a me thing or if it's because I haven't dated in a really long time, but like I almost feel like they're not as fun as they used to be. And I don't know if it's the guys I'm going out with or if it's just like me not being the person who constantly wants to be outside anymore. But yeah, they're just like not the same. Like dating used to be so fun because you could make it fun for yourself as long as like the guy wasn't a complete creep. You could always make it fun for yourself still and have a good time, even if they were like boring or annoying or you just didn't like them. Recently I've been feeling like when I'm on dates, when I decide like, okay, there's clearly nothing here, I just want to go home. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready to leave. Like I'm over this. I did my due diligence. Now like let me go back home. I kind of hate that for me because it makes me like not want to go on them as much as I used to, which kind of sucks because I used to really enjoy going on them. So it's like, what the fuck is happening to me, you know? Okay, so once my primer is completely on, I kind of let that sit for a shorter period of time. I have a fan that's on me today because like I said, my window's broken, so all the heat that would be blocked out by the window is now allowed into my room. So it gets really hot in here really fast, especially my bathroom. My bathroom is always so much hotter than the rest of the house and the rest of my room. I stole my dad's fan so that I'm not sweating while I'm doing this makeup routine. I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Medium Sand, and this is another trick I found off of TikTok. You go from your brow bone down the nose, around the nose, and then here from like this corner of your lip, go ahead and bring that up. And then this, it's a very thick product, so you definitely need to give it some time to dry down. My mom got one of these little fans for me at like the 99-cent store, and it's like my favorite thing ever because I can use it for my makeup now to get that tackiness to come a little bit faster. I just leave it here for a cool like, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute, and then I start to blend. For the most part, I'm actually having a pretty good skin day, and then I go in with the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush to blend my concealer. I always blend first with the brush now, and then I'll go back with the beauty blender after if I feel like I need it. And you just have to lightly tap, like don't go in and blend really hard. I will when I get to like certain edges that I want to kind of come out more seamlessly, but it does way better if you just do like tapping motions all around, and it comes out way more seamlessly. Of course, you're gonna see the texture when you're like really close to the face, but obviously right here, it's coming out very seamless, and it's actually covering my dark circles, and it definitely takes some patience. One thing I've been wanting to work on this year is definitely makeup. I've been telling everyone like I want to get better at makeup this year just because I used to absolutely hate it. I feel like I've said this a million times, but I used to absolutely hate makeup. I would just do it if I was going to a party or an event, or if I had to shoot. Like that would be the only time I would do my makeup, and it would always come out like shit. So I was like, okay, I have to actually like learn how to do certain things. And so I like spent some time learning, and over time and just the amount I started to actually do my makeup, I kind of fell in love with doing it, and I ended up really enjoying like the process and the outcome and everything in between. So this year I've been like wanting to put a lot of focus into practicing it more and getting better at it and trying different techniques, trying different things. I'm just taking a damp beauty blender and kind of going over the blending. It's always one side of my face though that never wants to blend nicely, and it's normally the right side of my face, which is why I try to start with that one. And I already did my skin prep before this, so my skin is like completely hydrated and taken care of in that sense. And if you want to see what I use for my skincare routine, go ahead and click right up here to go see my morning and my night skincare routine. It's a very lengthy video, but if you have dry skin especially, very informative. Definitely some products in there for you to check out and see how you like them. That's as good as we're gonna get it on this side, so I'm just gonna have to move over to the other side. I recently got into the show Bridgerton, and I know I'm like mad late to the party, but it's actually a really good show. And when I found out it was based off books, I'm kind of interested to actually read the book. I used to love reading when I was younger, because when I would get in trouble, I wouldn't be allowed to do anything besides read, write, or draw. Like that's all I was allowed to have, and I was always in trouble as a kid. Like literally I was that kid who wasn't allowed to do anything because she was always on punishment. That was me. And so reading became like one of my favorite things to do because it was one of the only things I was allowed to do. And then for a while I kind of stopped reading, and this year it was like one of my 2022 goals to start doing it more again and just reading more books. So when Bridgerton came out, it came out way before all this happened. When I decided to start watching Bridgerton and I found that it was based off books, I was like, that's actually pretty interesting. Like I really fuck with the show, and I feel like I would like the book more because, you know, shows and movies always leave out important details, and they always want to like adapt it to fit their storyline. They never want to do it exactly to script, which is so annoying. So I'm like, the books are probably better. Like I should probably read the books. And then I found out it was like a series of books, and that series of books is like 8 or 9 different books. Like it's damn near the fucking Harry Potter series. So I'm like, oh shit, that's a lot of royals to read about. Like what the fuck? So I'm kind of debating, if you guys have read the book, will you please let me know if it's worth it down below, because I don't want to go spend my coin and decide I like the show better than the books. But I also feel like I'm gonna like the books better than the show. I'm very conflicted. If you've read the books and watched the show, like let me know down below if it's worth buying the books, or if I should just like wait for the 3rd season and just watch the show as it progresses. I get told all the time my eyelids naturally look like I have eyeshadow on, which is like fun for the natural look we're going for, but it's kind of like a smoky burnt orange. So I prefer to kind of put a little bit of the excess concealer onto the lid just to give it a more even tone, but not take away too much of that color. And most people's eyelids do the same thing. Like they're either going to be a lot lighter or a lot darker than your natural base skin color. So you could do the same thing if you like that and you like the fake eyeshadow look, go for it. But if you want more of an even all around base, then just use the excess. I'm talking like a beauty guru, but these are all tricks I either found or made up and don't even know if they work for anyone besides me. Okay, now I'm gonna cover my acne. I'm starving, bro. I should have eaten before I started this video. Last thing I do with the concealer is I take it to my chin and I kind of go in a U shape around my chin, just to make my chin smaller. And then same thing, brush technique and blend. See, it just kind of makes your chin like how you would on your nose for your nose contour. It kind of just does the same thing for your chin. It makes it look more round and buttoned. That's the concealer portion. After the concealer, I do contour, but I do my contour extremely light. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour cream kit. This is the color I'm going to be using. And I take the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I think it's 200 it says, and I go in, tap into the cream, and then this a little goes a long fucking way, so just delicately place kind of like, you see that big ass block now? I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, same thing up top when I am actually going to blend out fully, and then go back to here and start actually blending. It looks a little harsh in this lighting, just trust the process, promise. Then I'm gonna go back into the contour with the same contour brush, and now I'm going to do my chin. I kind of tap really lightly where my ear and my jaw connect on both sides first to get the outline, and then I drag it down, but I don't bring it all the way down here. I bring it to where that concealer was, where it started. I bring the contour right down to there, and then I blend up to blend it kind of into the ear to give you that really snatched jawline, like it could cut somebody. When I realized that contouring is literally all just about shadowing and enhancing the shadows of your face, that really changed the game for me, because I feel like we all already knew that. You have to actually figure out and learn where the shadows of your face are so that you can understand where exactly to put your contour. Because I was using the concealer I use now for bronzer, I was using that as contour, but the thing is, it doesn't create a shadow because it's such a warm tone that it is more of like a bronzer than I would say a contour. It's not creating a shadow on your face. You're putting a really warm tone where it's dark on your face, so it's not creating any depth. If anything, it's bringing more attention to it, and it's going to drag your face down because the shadow is going to lift your face up because it's creating that depth for you. And then once I have it placed all together, I'm going to tap just like that. Look at that. She got a sharp ass jawline. I feel like this lighting makes it look really harsh, but I promise it's not as harsh as it looks. Like, it's actually coming out quite nicely. Wait until we get to natural lighting and you guys will see like the full look, and it'll come together. Just have patience. I say that as I have absolutely zero patience. After that, that's when my bronzer does come in. I use the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Full Wear Concealer for bronzer. It is utterly amazing. Look at how much is on the brush. That's all I put on the brush. Why does it literally look like a dookie stain on camera, but in real life, like, it looks so, like, pretty? Okay, but you guys can see how much it put on my face, right? I have not been getting enough sun this summer. Like, that's another thing I said I wanted to do this summer, was get my tan back. It has not been happening. I've been either at work or, like, the times when I have been going out to hang out with friends or people, it's been indoors. And then see the difference? Like, here's my contour. This is obviously a cool tone. Obviously, there's a shadow here. It's creating, like, a really in-depth cheekbone, and the bronzer on top of it just is like very warm tone, so it's bringing that warmth back to your face like you are tan and glowy. And then I'm just gonna take the beauty blender to blend it all together. If you've been following my channel for a few years, then you know I have a series that I do on here in October called 7 Days of Spooky Ween, because personally I'm not a fan of Christmas and I prefer Halloween, so I do 7 Days of Spooky Ween instead of 12 Days of Vlogmas. And I'm kind of stumped because I plan for that like really far ahead. August is when I start making videos for that, so it's like a week straight of video uploads every single day. It's really stressful to like try and plan that all in October, because it's the very last week of October. That's when it's like from whatever day to October 31st, it's 7 Days of Spooky Ween. And I'm kind of stumped because I don't want to do the same videos I did the year before. I'm trying to think of new things to do and it's really fucking killing me. So if you have any ideas or anything that you would want to see Halloween themed, please leave a comment down below so I can give it to you guys, because I'm stumped. Like, I have one video idea. I need 6 more. After that, I'm gonna go in with blush. For this routine, I use a liquid blush, a cream blush, because I'm a fiend for blush. I absolutely love it. I love an over blush. If you're not over blushing, you're not blushing correctly. So for the liquid blush, I go in with the Kat Von D in the shade Duality 20. It looks like this, and it is the most gorgeous pink rosy color. It's buildable. It's extremely buildable. And I go with my fingers first. It's gonna look extremely pigmented, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna kind of put my fingers where I want the blush to go. And then after that, I'm going to take my actual blush brush and I'm gonna blend it out. It's just so pigmented and it looks so natural. Like, I'm obsessed with it. And then I'm gonna take the beauty blender and go back over it and blend it together with the bronzer and the contour. So I'm just gonna use the ColourPop on top of it today. The ColourPop blush I use is in the shade Count Me In, and it's a matte blush. This one is one of those where it needs to be activated with water. I remember when I first got this blush, I absolutely hated it because I was like going with my brush like crazy into it and nothing was coming onto the brush and absolutely nothing was going onto my face. And then I learned you have to activate it with water, a couple spritzes, and it is a stunning color. That fake ass smile. Fake smile you do for blush literally makes you look like a serial killer. You can't tell me different. Looking like fucking Michael Myers or something up in this bitch. Then with this one, I'm gonna go on my chin in the center of that little dot I created before, and then I'm gonna go in the center of my forehead right up here just to kind of bring some color, because we're bronze, we're definitely like looking bright and tan, but we don't have a lot of color. The blush kind of helps bring that vibrancy back. Now that the blush and everything is done, I'm gonna go ahead and set everything in place. I kind of stopped using setting powders. I'm still using a powder, but it's a banana powder rather than a setting powder. I feel like the white cast just doesn't do well on my skin anymore. You can tell that it's like very pale and very white, and I don't like that look. I feel like if you are light skinned, it just looks a lot better on your skin because it still is very brightening, but at the same time, like, it's not straight up white to where it's gonna wash you out. And then for under my eyes and everything, I go in with a like tiny little blending brush and I just tap everything into place. I do a couple layers. If I was doing like a full face, I would completely bake. I'm one of those girls who's going to bake regardless. Like, I don't care what the trends are saying, I need to bake. But for a light makeup look where we're not really having a lot of makeup on, you don't need to bake like that because you don't have a lot of makeup on. So I turned 21 in a month, and I have like plans for my birthday and everything, but it feels weird because like I'm that bitch who's always throwing a party, and I'm not throwing a party for my birthday this year, and it feels kind of weird just because I'm always the host and it's at my house. If someone like gets hurt or gets too drunk or gets sick, I'm in charge. Like, I have to take care of them, and I don't want to be taking care of anybody on my birthday this year. So I was like, okay, if we go to a restaurant and we just like get some food and get drunk at a restaurant, I can get like as turnt as I want and still be having fun with my friends. But it's weird because I feel like I should be doing more because it's a 21st, but I just don't know like what else I could do. I'm already doing the dinner for my birthday with all my friends, and then me and one of my best friends, Adeline, we're gonna be going on a trip to Santa Barbara, and it's like a 4-day little girls trip, and you know, just going to clubs, going to the beach, all that fun stuff. Yeah, like I'm really excited for the trip. Like, that's the thing I'm most excited for my birthday, but everything else I'm just kind of like, I don't know, birthdays stress me out. I'm just like, that shit takes a lot of fucking effort and a lot of fucking money. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, do I throw a party? Do I just stick with the dinner? I was thinking, if anything, like me and my girlfriends, we could go to my mesmama's house, that's grandmother in Armenian. So I was also thinking I could take them to her house during the day, and then we could, you know, have a little pool day, drink a little bit, maybe put something on the grill for a little bit, have some lunch, and then go back to like my house, and we could all get ready together and basically just get ready for dinner, and then meet the rest of my friends at dinner. That's a lot too, because then I gotta buy the money for the grill, or the money for the food for the grill. I gotta buy drinks for the pool. I would just have to do like a lot of extra stuff that, like, I don't know. I'd be down to celebrate my birthday if I didn't have to plan shit, bro, because it's the planning part that fucking like kills me and irritates me. Because when I'll do it for other people, like, I love planning shit for other people, but when I have to do it for myself, like, I get so stressed out because I want everything to be a specific way, in a certain way, and it's just not realistic. Anyways, I'm about to do my eyebrows, so I'm going to zoom you guys in. I cannot talk while I do my eyebrows, which is why I'm zooming you in, so just pay attention. Okay, so brows are done. I used the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter Gel, and holy fucking girl product. All the products I'm using, by the way, in case I haven't said it yet, will be listed in the description down below, as well as my TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and all my recent videos. So everything you could possibly ever need will be in the description below, so make sure you check it out. After my eyebrows are done, that's when I go into my nose contour. My nose contour is literally one of the easiest steps ever. Oh, this is the Kat Von D Shade Light palette. It's extremely popular. I'm sure everyone has had this palette at some point, and I'm using the shade Shadow Play, this guy in the middle. Clearly you can tell it's gotten a lot of play. You always want to hold the mirror directly in your eyesight. So I go right here where my eyebrow starts, and I just start carving out where it's gonna blend into. And when I get to the center part, this is where I kind of go in a little bit heavy with the brush, and I make like a really obvious line, and then I just pull the line all the way down to the tip of my nose. So you see it's just like a line that kind of branches out into the eyebrow. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, from my eyebrow down. And then when we get to the tip, we're just gonna curve that. Looks kind of crazy. It looks a little bit something like that, and then I go in a little bit darker to blend up into my brows. Then I'm going to go dip back into the palette and I'm going to create a pretty harsh line straight across, just like that. Then take your beauty blender and tap over it really lightly. Doing the eyebrows first just kind of helps me visualize where everything needs to go. And now, nose contour. She just got a rhinoplasty, who would know? Yeah. So after that, I used the Wet n Wild Color Icon Kohl eyeliner. This I recently picked up, actually not too long ago. I love it. It's so pigmented. It's so easy. I'm going to take that dark brown and I'm going to go on my waterline. And I do kind of go a little heavy with it. Me, I like the sultry, like kind of like scandalous eye. I have really big eyes in general. Like right now, you can tell the difference. This one looks smaller than this one just because of the brown eyeshadow. It kind of closes that gap in between my eyes. It makes them a little bit more cat eye effect rather than like big round doll eyes. Next, with the same eyeliner, I'm going to go right here into my waterline. Very lightly, you can barely tell a difference, but it just kind of enhances that cat eye effect. Now I'm going to do my lashes. I don't do anything like specific for my lashes. I just put on normal mascara. My holy grail mascara is the Bambi Oversized. This is by L'Oreal. And it is the best mascara you will get anywhere. I just want you guys to see how amazing this mascara is, just so that you guys can get the full effect. Curl, and then I pull up, and I press down a couple times, like 10 times. Boom. Okay, the one pet peeve I have about it is it's a very wet mascara, so there's definitely a lot of transferring on top of the eyelids. Like if I'm doing an eyeshadow look, I'll do the mascara first and then the eyeshadow look because it's impossible to take it off. But if I'm not doing any eyeshadow, I'll show you guys my trick for getting it off. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh. I used the spoolie I was using earlier for like my eyebrows. Close your eye and just scratch that shit off. And it doesn't hurt. Oh, I just bent it. I swear I'm always breaking something when I do my makeup. What mascara do you know is this fucking good? Thing is, it's old. Like, I need a new one. I need a refill. When it's fucking fresh, brand new, it looks like you deadass have falsies on. Like, people ask me, like, what falsies I have on when I'm wearing this mascara. It's not falsies, bitch. It's the fucking mascara. So get the right mascara. I need to zoom out. I'm, like, scaring myself. For highlight, I use the Real Technique setting brush. And this isn't my holy grail setting spray. This is just the first one I could get my hands on. Then I use the Maybelline Master Chrome Gold Highlight. A little goes a long way with this too, so I literally will just tap. It's like magic, like just a really nice, it looks like a glow from the inside. But now I'm gonna do my lips. For my lips, I go in with, I think this is Benefit? No, it's Kat Von D again. So I have the Kat Von D Cake Pencil in the shade Mad Max Brown 20. I'm just gonna blend them together with like the little bit of Vaseline I have on my lips. And I don't know where my usual color stick is right now. I prefer color sticks over lipsticks and like stuff like that. Color sticks do the best for me. So I just go in the middle. The one I normally use is like a really, really bright bubblegum pink. It almost looks red when I like mix it with the brown. But this one is just like a baby pink. But yeah, I do a ton of layers of that in the middle. Blend like that. And then I take the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Praline. It looks like this. And I go over top of everything with that. And then the last and final step to like my light glowy makeup routine is I use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder. And I go all over my face. Now I'm gonna switch to the normal fucking natural lighting so you guys can really see the actual outcome. And this is the completed makeup look. It looks very seamless, very like skin-like and skin texture. And you have like the over blush to where you just look kind of like sun-kissed and very tan. Like the lips are obviously not natural, but everything else gives you very much like natural, just clean, highlighted, and glowy, which is basically like what the whole point of this video was. So hopefully we enjoyed. But yeah guys, for my natural glowy makeup look, this was the outcome. I hope we liked it. I really love how it came out. This is what I go for every time I do do my natural makeup. With all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe all down below. My TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and all my recent videos will be in the description down below, as well as all the products I used today. So if you want to try any of them for yourself, go down there and check them out. All the products I used today I absolutely love. I would not list it if it was not my favorite product, like the setting spray that I used today. I'm not listing it because it's not one of my holy grail products. It's not one of the products I swear by, so it's not going to be listed. But everything else, 100% go try it. You're gonna love it, and let me know what you think after you do. DM me, comment on the next video, whatever you want. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.